What up? This is Scoozy, back with another episode of Help Me Survive Minecraft. So on today's episode, I want to give you a tour of the basically 98% completed villager habitat that we've created. So if you'll notice behind me, there are definitely mobs out there. But if you turn you around the other way here, you can see there are definitely no mobs in here. And this is it. We're done. We have our houses in place. We have a fake bridge to traverse the fake rapids. Trees are in place. And for those of you, after watching last episode, who thought I may have forgotten to put the carpets on the clouds, I did not. They are carpeted and spawn proof. What else did I do since last episode? Oh, I completed the red store only door. So the villagers can't get out, and anything that happens to come through our nether portal can't get into the villager area either. I also went around and made transparent sky lights above the front of all the doors so that these all count as houses in the villagers' eyes. And if you remember, we had a door here, a service door that led to a back hallway that I was going to use as a way to get villagers and whatnot in here without having to use the nether portal, because the nether can sometimes be a tricky process. But anyways, I replaced it with sticky pistons, so these spruce wood blocks will move out of the way when we need to get in here from the outside, but there's no way to activate it from the inside, which is okay. It's a lever, so it will stay open. We'll bring the villagers in, exit out the same way we came. So yeah, this is basically it. All that's really left to do in here is I'm going to dig out a room underneath, maybe like here-ish. Make a clear block all the way to the sky, and then underneath here I may just spam a bunch of doors around the sky block. And for anyone who is not really all that knowledgeable about villagers, basically the way it works is the villagers will try to keep their population above 35% of the amount of doors in the village. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors. This one doesn't count because it's metal, so we only have five doors. So basically, if we put 2 villagers in here, they will not breed because they will already be over 35% of the total door limit. So basically, you can build structures that have like 10 doors, and it'll count as 10 different houses, which is okay. But I want to keep the look of the quaint little village. So what I will do is they can recognize doors that are up to 5 blocks below where they're standing. So if they're standing here, I could go down 3 blocks, leaving a 1 block barrier, and then put a bunch of doors all around a central skylight, and that will count as many houses towards the village villager cap. Then when I put some villagers in here, they will breed. Now that's not, of course, taking into account the fact that I'll need to feed them or trade with them to make them willing to breed. Haha, creeper. Stupid creeper. Yeah, you see me, but you're not going to do anything because you're a stupid creeper. Ha ha. Zombie pigman just coming in from the nether, chilling. So anyways, that's the plan there. Build a fake, almost village underneath our fake village. Yeah, I guess that's what's going to happen. And then we'll be able to bring in a couple villagers. Hopefully one of the ones we convert over here will be a farmer. We can plant some crops, and this thing will be done and dusted. And we will have basically a villager breeder, which will be pretty neat. And then what we can do is take the villagers that are good, that have good trades, and we'll zip them out and keep them in a separate location and just keep this as our breeder. That way the population cap won't be reached, and we can continue to try to find new villagers to trade with. So I'm going to show you here. I got the portals linked up. I built kind of just a very temporary basic nether hub. So what I did is I moved up the portal that we had originally built. So when we first spawned into the Nether, that portal in the Nether, I destroyed it and moved it up here into what's called like the ceiling of the Nether. So basically, if I dig in any direction, for the most part, I will just be inside solid netherrack, which then means I don't have to fight wither skeletons or ghasts or anything like that. I just have this like contained little cave that we've built, and zombie pigmen might spawn in here, but that's not a big deal as long as you don't bug them. So this tunnel here, I dug out last night, and that leads all the way to our blaze rod farm. Well, what will eventually become a blaze rod farm, the spawner that we found. That goes all the way there. Direct shot. You don't have to go out into the nether at all. No risk of lava or again ghasts, wither skeletons. It's pretty sweet. And then this new portal here connects up. Dun, 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 if it'll load. To our enchanting room. I didn't really know where else to put this. I didn't have anywhere in my house. I don't know if I like these stairs here. I may replace them. Actually, that being said, maybe they would look good. Hold on a second here. You're seeing the progress live. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna like that. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, so that's how we'll leave it now. At least for now. Yeah, so I now need to think of an idea of something to build in this area. Oh, Jesus. Man, the creepers are everywhere in this place. That guy almost got us. Man. Take that, creeper. Yeah, so we need to build something above the top of this structure so that it actually kind of makes a little more sense than just being a hole in the ground. But that's for a future day. For the rest of today's episode, what I want to do is, as promised, I want to get ready to go find a stronghold, activate an end portal, travel to the end, and then in next episode, we are hopefully going to fight the Ender Dragon and win. Fingers crossed. I don't know yet. So I started a little garden out here in front of the house, and I'm just growing some melons and some carrots, and I'll explain why as we go inside here. Ooh, if I can walk. Okay, so up here in this chest so far, I have been putting together things that I'm going to use in this battle. Eyes of Ender are obviously to find the stronghold that contains the end portal. So you throw these up in the air and they'll float off in the direction of the end portal. And after a while, hopefully before you run out of these, you find them. I have ladders. I'll talk about those in a second. A backup end chest. So once you find the portal room, I'm basically going to set up a bed and this ender chest and maybe some regular chests and set up kind of like a little base and then wait and set my spawn there so that if I die fighting the ender dragon, I don't have to come from my home bed all the way back there, which would, obviously be kind of annoying. Oh, and I also have backup armor. I'm going to enchant all this up because I do not want to bring my diamond mending gear into fight the Ender Dragon. And you may be thinking, well, that's kind of stupid. If you're going to go fight the Ender Dragon, like, why wouldn't you wear your best gear? Well, for anyone who doesn't know about the Ender Dragon or the End, you travel there and you're fighting the dragon on this island. It's not huge. Maybe, about the size of like this like yard area. But everywhere around the island, instead of water, is just nothing. It's called the Void. And the End Dragon, when he comes in and swoops and attacks, he'll send you flying. And if you fly over the edge, you'll die. But not only will you die, but you've died in the void, which means that all your gear that you dropped has fallen off the edge as well, and you'll never get it back. And I don't know, like, I want to stay alive, but I don't think that one flick of the dragon's tail should be able to get rid of all of my... Did an Enderman steal a roof block? That hole was not there. Man, I hate Endermen! Anyways, speaking of Endermen, they are going to be everywhere around the dragon as well. So, one thing that I could do is wear a pumpkin on my head. And then if you accidentally look at an Enderman with a pumpkin on your head, they will not get mad. They won't come after you. The only problem is it makes it really difficult to see. And so I don't know. I'm trying to decide in my head what I want to do there. Um, so also, there are these obsidian pillars that have end crystals on top, and the end crystals are inside like a cage made out of iron bars. So you have to get up onto that obsidian tower, break through the iron bars, and then destroy the end crystals because basically, as the end dragon flies around, they shoot beams at the end dragon and heal him. So there's no point in attacking the end dragon until you've taken out all of the towers. Otherwise, you're just going to be chasing your own tail. So, what a lot of people do is pillar up to the top of the towers, and then they will use a pickaxe to break through the fence, and then they will kind of bridge out on like a line of blocks. Because when you shoot the end crystals and explode them with your arrow, the explosion is a little bit bigger than TNT. And if you are on the pillar when it happens, it will like you'll take damage and then you'll get knocked off, potentially falling in the void or hitting the ground and taking damage that way. So what I haven't seen anyone do, but what is going to be my first strategy is I've made up some TNT. So and some ladders. So what I'm going to do is ladder up the side, place the TNT, light it with the flint and steel, and then hop off the edge. And hopefully that will take out both the fence and the end crystal. Now, when I've seen some other people fighting the end dragon, what seems to happen is repeatedly as they're climbing up these pillars, they'll either get knocked off by the dragon, or when they're pillaring out to line up for their bow shot against the end crystal, they'll get knocked off by the dragon. And that looks extremely frustrating to me. And so I figure if I can minimize the amount of time that I'm actually at the top of these obsidian towers, I'll minimize the amount of frustration I'll have from getting knocked off. So that's my plan. TNT, run up, plunk it down, light it, hop off. The water buckets, what I plan to do there is, before I climb, this is probably a bad idea, but before I climb the pillar, I'll place it at the bottom like that, and it'll spread out in a big pool. I can climb up, place the TNT, and then hop down into the water without taking any damage. The water will also keep Endermen slightly at bay from the bottom, which, may or may not help. We'll see. But that's why I'm bringing those. So I'm going to enchant up all my diamond gear. I have books made with protection 4. And then my swords, I'll probably just put sharpness on them. I got these bows out of our fishing chests. They're Infinity, Power 5, and Unbreaking 3. This one's not Unbreaking 3. But anyways, I went for Infinity and Power 5. The other enchantment just happened to be on there. So I'm going to repair those up, bring those, and then I'm also going to make some iron picks. And the second set of gear, which I guess is our third total set of gear, is going to be in case we get knocked off into the void and lose everything. Then we'll have another set of gear right there to go. I'm also going to make some potions. I will need potions of swiftness so we can get around quick, get out of the way of the dragon. Hopefully it'll help us climb the towers faster. I also want healing potions. And what other potions? Maybe like a strength potion, because once you're it gets to the point where you're attacking the actual dragon, he'll occasionally fly down to this like low obsidian pillar, or it's bedrock actually, in like the center of the end island. And when he's there, you can't actually hit him with ranged attacks. They just don't do any damage. So you're gonna want to run in with your sword then and whack him. So a strength potion then would be very, very helpful. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think strength potions may also affect bows with power. But I'm not sure. Either way, I'm going to make up some strength potions, swiftness potions, and health potions. The TNT, yeah. Oh, and I also want for food for this fight, I want golden carrots because they're the best food in the game. They have the highest saturation. So what that'll mean is that you can eat one and then go longer without needing to eat again than you would with any other food. Steak, pumpkin pie, any of the other good foods, they're not quite as good as the golden carrot. Monsters nearby. It's that spider I can hear. Yeah, so that's the plan. So right now I'm growing melons. I'm growing carrots. The melons are to make what's called like a glistering melon, which is basically like the golden apple, golden carrot equivalent of watermelon. It's a golden like watermelon slice, and they're used in making the health potions. So yeah, I'm basically going to spend some time. I got to go down and mine some gold because I don't have enough. I also need more levels to do enchanting. I have 38 right now, but I was at 57 when I started making books to enchant my armor, and I only got, I think, four, four of the books that I'll need, which is only one set of armor. Yeah, protection 4, protection 4, protection 4, protection 4. So I'm going to need a lot of levels, and then I'm going to need more to put these on the actual armor themselves. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to grind away, get some levels, do some enchanting, all that sort of stuff. And when I'm at a point where I'm ready to start brewing potions, I'm going to bring you back and show you that because some of you have told me that, you know, you'd like a little bit more of an in-depth kind of how to do these kind of things because you're not aware. I think it's also time to pull these furnaces down um, so we can give Fuzzy Pickle some light. Hello, Fuzzy Pickle! Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grind away, get some stuff together, and then when I'm ready to brew, I'll be back with you. And we're back. So that was just a little montage of the riches that I managed to get on my little mining adventure. I went down mostly for some gold, but I also wanted the experience because this enchanting two sets of armor and gear, um, it takes a lot of experience, and yeah, so I needed the levels. So anyways, we're back here at a brewing station, and like I said, I was going to come back and show you how to go ahead and make the potions that we're going to use for this Ender Dragon encounter. And before we do that, I just want to show you, I have two sets of boots with Feather Falling 4, and then protection for leggings, chest plate, helmet. All that's left is the one helmet. I have the book for it, just not the levels to do it yet. We also have sharpness 4 on both of our swords, which I think is going to be pretty good. Do a lot of damage in conjunction with our strength potions. And again, our bows are also power 5 and infinity. So that's pretty sweet. I might stick around and make a little bit more TNT before the day comes. 4 water buckets for each time, each set. Because again, the void. If you get knocked off the void, you lose everything. So I want to have a backup set just in case. I'm starting to accumulate carrots so that we can make some golden carrots. And these empty glass bottles are for when the dragon fires its breath attack. You can collect it with the glass bottles and then use it in your potion setup to make what's known as a lingering potion. And what that really is not that important, but it's kind of like a splash potion that lasts a little longer. Also, you can hit a creeper with them, and then when the creeper explodes, it turns the splash potion into a lingering potion. So those are the two ways to kind of get that same effect. Anyways, that's a little off topic. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some water bottles. So I'm thinking I'm going to make 12 of each type of potion. That's 2 sets of 6, and that may be overkill, but these are all potions that we can use in other times. Like, they're not just end specific. So first we'll do the strength potion. So we're going to need to grab some nether wart. It's going to be the base of all of our potions. And we're going to go ahead and shift click our water bottles into the slots. It's already loaded with blaze powder. And yeah, so we'll put the nether wart in and it'll start brewing. So I'm going to do that again over here. Shift click, put in the nether wart, and they're going to go ahead and go away. They'll make a cool like glug 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 sound when they're done. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. I don't know how loud the sound is for you. But there, it just happened. So the next step is some blaze powder. So we have lots of blaze powder because I went back to the blaze powder, or the blaze spawner when I dug the tunnel. So we'll put that in there, and that'll start doing its thing, brewing, brewing, brewing. And then after this we have a choice. We can add either redstone dust to increase the duration of the potion, or I can use glowstone dust to increase the intensity. And I'm not exactly sure which would be better. What I do know is you kind of get short periods of time to hit the dragon with melee, so it might be better to use the glowstone so that we have a stronger strength effect. But at the same time, if it does affect also your bow, then maybe a longer time would be effective. So I don't know. I think I might brew a sixth of the increased duration and just these 3 of the increased strength. Yeah, so I'm going to set up 3 more real quick. Like that. Nether wart. Grab a blaze powder. These ones are done. And we're going to need 1 more redstone for when this is done. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and store the potions here. I'm going to get a little more organized in a bit. So basically, once it's time to go, oh, leave that in there, blaze powder. I'm going to head out with my gear that I have, my good gear, in search of the stronghold and the end portal. Once I find the portal room, I'm going to block it off and then build another portal, and then connect the nether portal in the nether to our nether hub, and then we can make several trips and set up like basically a mini base in the end portal room, and then we can get all of this stuff there, since we don't have any other way to do that really. I might be able to empty out my end chest, and between my end chest and my inventory carry it all, but I think it'll be easier just to have that portal anyways, or that tunnel and portal set up anyways, because we will want to go to the end multiple times to farm shulkers and whatnot. I'm just gonna move this here. Yeah, just disrupt our nice setup for a second. Okay, so next potion. We'll go ahead and grab 9 bottles. This time we're gonna do the swiftness potions. So again, we'll start out with the nether wart. Nether wart. Oh, we didn't make the increased duration on those, did we? Okay, we can do that in here. Oh, oh. Well, I'm all over the place today. Okay, so we're going to swap these out, put these back in, and do the redstone. I got talking and wasn't paying any attention. Okay, so after the nether wart will be some sugar. Because sugar makes you run, right? Makes you fast, all hyper. These strength ones will be done here now. For real. 8 minutes. And we can put our awkward potions back in. No effect, no effect. Awkward potion. And sugar. And again, with swiftness, I think what I'm going to do is go for a longer duration rather than faster swiftness, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So we'll add our redstone. So that's basically it. The two modifiers are redstone and glowstone. So those are both going for the, I think 8 minutes they'll turn into. We'll see here in a second. Yep, 8 minutes. So we'll put in our last 3 bottles. Add our nether wart to make our awkward potions. Running out of space quickly here. We may need to see if we got room in the end chest. Yeah, we do. Okay, sugar. Put the rest of the sugar away. This should just be done in a second. Okay, so finally we'll do some healing potions. So I'm going to set these up with the nether wart. And then we need to make some glistering melons. So I have some melon slices here, and you get these whenever you harvest melon with like a silk touch pick. And then I have some gold nuggets. So if you put a gold ingot into your crafting table or your crafting box in here, you'll get 9 nuggets per ingot. So I guess we only need like 12 for now. I don't want to overdo it. So that's enough for 6. That's enough for 10. Then we need a couple more nuggets. Whenever you kind of... How many more do I need there? 2. Whenever you kind of set up your area, it's good to think about how you're going to use it when you're crafting stuff or enchanting or whatever. And that's why I always like to try to set mine up in a way that I can reach everything from one central spot. I don't know, I just a little tip. So we'll add the glistering melon. I don't know why I made so many, but it doesn't matter. And then we're going to use the glowstone modifier on these because you can't increase the length of the healing potion, but you can increase how much it heals. So I'm going to come down here and get some glowstone dust. Hopefully this will end up being enough. Let me see here. I think we'll have just enough. No, actually, we'll be too shy. Well, isn't that frustrating? I'll have to go and get some more glowstone in the nether. So, instant health there. And then we'll increase the strength. Oh, what am I thinking? No, we definitely have enough. I keep thinking we're going to need 1 for each potion, but it's 1 for all 3. So yeah, this will definitely be enough. Hooray! I just went through this with a glistering melon. Sometimes I can be a bit of a dummy. I suppose I should also do this one. Take those away. Instant health 2. Heyo. Put those in. Nether wart it. So yeah, that's how you brew the potions that we are going to take to the nether. Swiftness, health, and strength. So yeah. I think what I might do is call this the episode here because it's going to be a bit of a long one. And what I'll do, brewing stand, next time is I'll give you just a quick lesson or demonstration of how to use the Eyes of Enders to locate the stronghold. And then I will locate the stronghold off camera. We'll set the base up together, and then when we're ready, we're going to go fight the End Dragon. So fingers crossed, unless something terrible happens, next episode will be the End Dragon battle. Are you excited? I know I am. So anyways, thanks for coming to hang out with me today. Thanks for helping me get prepared for the End Dragon battle coming up next episode. I hope you really enjoyed the lessons in brewing. And if you did, make sure you tickle that like button so I know that I am doing the right thing. And if you don't want to miss the End Dragon battle or any of the other shenanigans we get up to here, then go ahead and subscribe, because that is how you're going to know when I've uploaded a new video for you. Thanks for hanging out today, guys, and I hope to see you next time. Peace!